What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? Today it is Sunday, November 5th, and I'm in Kentucky. Not really sure, but somewhere between St. Louis and Bowling Green. I have a drop tomorrow morning in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. So basically, I'm just passing through Kentucky here at the Flying J. But anyways, guys, hope everybody's doing well. Haven't come to you guys with a video in a while. Been basically just hustling it out. You know, I spent some time at home, a couple of days on the road. You know, a lot of back and forth. Let me turn this down before I get this copyright infringement. But anyways, guys, hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, man, it's Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. Don't forget to change your clocks if you haven't done it. Last night was what do you call that, fall back, whatever they call it, guys. You know how we have spring forward and then we have fall back. So yeah, you gotta move your clocks 1 hour back if you haven't done so. But hope everybody's doing well, guys. You know, this week came and went pretty good for me. Left on Monday, the Monday right before Halloween. Picked up a load in Houston, taking it over to North Carolina. And then from North Carolina, I went over to Johnson City, Tennessee, picked up a load and went over to Mount Vernon, Texas, which is just outside Dallas. And then from Dallas, or I shouldn't say Dallas, but from Mount Vernon, Texas, I went up to Norman, Arkansas. Man, nothing's coming out of, well, I mean, can't say nothing because I definitely picked something up. But man, nothing is around Norman, Arkansas. Only thing around Norman, Arkansas is the Ozarks, guys. The Ozarks. If you haven't been through the Ozarks, man, that is a task in itself. Especially if you're hauling heavy. And I was hauling a load of water going to right outside Kansas City. I was going to where was I going to? I was going to right outside Kansas City. Where was I going to, guys? I was going to Warrensburg, Missouri. Okay, Warrensburg, Missouri, and then from Warrensburg, Missouri, I picked up a load in Kansas City, which is what I have with me now. This is a light load, guys. It's just a load of insulation. It weighs like 15,000 pounds. I'm going to Goodlettsville, Tennessee for tomorrow morning. Now, this load was supposed to be a pick up a loaded trailer and then drop off a live load, or shall I say, do a live load tomorrow morning. But when I got to the facility yesterday, the guy's like, nope, trailer's not ready. You're going to be a live load. I'm like, oh, okay. So basically, it's going to be a live load and then a live unload. Now, there is no pay difference. You know, it is what it is. We're at the mercy of the changes, you know. So if it ever comes to a point to where, you know, you have to do a live load and it was scheduled to be a pickup trailer, or if you're supposed to be a live unload and drop a trailer, or vice versa, there's no change in what the load pays out. The only thing is, basically, if you're there for about a good amount of time, they do pay detention after the third hour. Okay, I've gotten detention one time. I was in man, where was I? I've been there before when I was with EOS, and also when I was with Llama. Forgot what it was. It was, but anyways, that's not the point. The point was that I was there for a good amount of time, and I think I got like $400 because the time I was there from, man, it was a good amount of time. You know, I'm giving you guys kind of like the parking lot view of this Flying J. Mainly because your boy's looking kind of rough, guys. Your boy's looking rough, you know. I left my shower shaving kit, my electric shaver, and everything else. Not necessarily my overnight bag, but I left my shaving kit at home by accident, you know. So yeah, I don't have anything to trim my my 5 o'clock shadow, which is now turning into a damn beard, you know. And I don't like having a beard because lately, you know, it starts itching me. It starts itching. But anyways, guys, you know, this week came and gone, man. You know, I have one more load to close the week, which is going to be tomorrow morning. And not only that, guys, this settlement coming up next week is going to be looking pretty good, because it's going to be my second to last sign-on bonus that I'm going to get. So with that being said, guys, you know, next week's numbers, my gross is going to be around $7,200, okay, for my gross. Now recall, my goal is to reach between $5,000 to $5,500, but man, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be just shy of 7,200 because the add-on on my my sign-on bonus. Now in December, it's gonna be my last one, and you get them every 4 weeks. Okay, so next week, yeah, you know, that's gonna help out tremendously, guys, especially with the holidays coming up. But yeah, man, you know, the other night, Friday night, guys, I was, you know, after this load, I was thinking, you know, should I shut it down and do my 34-hour reset, which would be tomorrow morning, okay? And I was thinking, I was like, man, should I go ahead and just do my reset, you know, shut it down and just chill for Monday and Tuesday and start fresh on Wednesday. But looking over my clock, guys, looking over the times that I'm getting, okay, I'm getting a pretty good amount of time each day, all right? Tomorrow night, midnight, I'm getting 10 and a half. And then, in fact, let me go ahead and look at it real quick. Yeah, so tomorrow night at midnight, I'm getting 10 and a half. And then on Tuesday at midnight, I'm getting 10. And then Wednesday night, I'm getting 10 and a half. And then Thursday, I'm getting 11:20. And then Friday, I'm getting 9 and a half. And then Saturday, I'm getting 8 and a half. The only thing I'm not really getting is what I did today, which is basically 5 and a half. Okay. So, you know, Friday night when I was looking at my time, I was like, man, should I go ahead and just do my reset on Monday, you know, get a fresh start on Wednesday? But like I said, looking over my clock, man, you know, my hours that I'm getting back, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and start just do some recaps and keep on running. All right. Now, obviously, tomorrow, once I'm done, I'm gonna have to shut it down, because after this drop, guys, because right now I have only 4 hours left on my 70. I'm an hour and a half away from my drop tomorrow morning. So once I get there, I'm probably gonna have maybe like 2 hours left on my clock. Go over to a truck stop on my way to my next pickup, and yeah, shut it down for the day. All right, and wait for the night to turn over so I can get those 10 and a half. Now, with that being said, guys, Friday night, man, I was racking my brains out, guys. I was racking my brains out on different scenarios, all right, on loads, on where I can go and where I can be best, how can I say it? Where basically where I can go and somewhat utilize the time that I have given, all right? So I had to be careful, all right? I couldn't pick areas that were far away because I don't want it to eat up on my clock. And then I had to go to areas to where it was going to be beneficial for me to get a load out. Okay. So yeah, there I was Friday night, man. I was just racking my brains out literally for about an hour. You know, I was looking at loads that were picking up close to where I'm going tomorrow morning, which is going to be Goodlettsville, Tennessee. All right. There was loads that definitely were there, but they weren't confirmed yet. Okay. But I was looking at these loads and I'm like, okay, well, if I get this load, take it over here, what's coming out of over there? And then vice versa, okay? But then I was like, man, why am I wrecking my brains out for loads that haven't been confirmed yet, okay? So then, you know, I definitely don't want to go up north, you know, because, you know, north is starting to get somewhat sloppy. But I was like, man, you know, let me go and look on this side. So I found a load coming out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, all right, which is not that very far from Goodlettsville, Tennessee, okay? So then I go there, look at that load. It was confirmed, paying real good, going to over here. Then I looked over there, found another load that was confirmed that wasn't that very far, because like I said, remember, I have to look for loads that are not very far of a deadhead, all right? So all these loads were coming in to where I was like, man, you know what? This can work. This can work. This can work. Not only that, guys, recall last time I made a video, man, I was kind of bummed because I wasn't able to see my daughter. All right. I haven't seen my daughter since July. All right. We all know that she lives in Orlando doing her internship. and I haven't been able to see my daughter. All right. I don't know how you guys with your kids, but I'm very close to my son and my daughter. All right. Yeah, and not only that, you know, she's out there, she's doing her thing. You know, we're blessed that my stepdaughter and her husband live close to her. I think they only live like maybe like 15-20 minutes away. Her roommates are real great, or very, you know, they're good. Okay. But that still doesn't defeat the purpose of my daughter away from home. Okay, it's her first time being away. You know, she's enjoying herself. You know, she's living her dream. She's doing her thing, and all I can do is support her, which I do. But I still miss my daughter. Okay, so I was pretty bummed last time, man. I made a video because I was in Jacksonville, but I wasn't going to be able to go see my daughter, even though Jacksonville is not that very far away from Orlando. Okay, so I was kind of bummed, you know. But the loads that I was looking at last night, guys, there was one load that was going to Orlando, okay, or actually close to Orlando, and there was a load coming out of Orlando going back into Georgia. And we all know, guys, especially if you're trucking, we all know that loads that go into Florida pay pretty good. All right, loads coming out of Florida pay crap. Okay, so you kind of have to bite the bullet. Okay, so you really have to find a load paying real good going into Florida to make up that difference that's paying crap coming out. So this is what I got, guys. This is what I got starting on Tuesday. All right, starting on Tuesday. So I'm gonna jet over from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. All right, Tuesday morning to pick up a load from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now I know I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's going from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Alakula, Florida, which is like an hour away from Orlando. That one's paying $11.85. Now, all these loads are next day drops, except for the last one, and I'll explain here in a minute. So from Bowling Green, Kentucky, over to Alakula, Florida, $11.85. This is the only load, guys, that's over 15,000 pounds. This one weighs 42,000. All right. So then second load, I jet over to Orlando, Florida. Going to be able to see my daughter, even if it's just for 30 minutes. All right. So from Orlando, Florida, picking up a load of Frito-Lay. This one only weighs 14,000 pounds. Going to Cartersville, Georgia. This one only pays $6.17. All right, $6.17. So yeah, it sucks, but I don't have to go that very far to get a load, because remember, guys, you have to travel sometimes a pretty good distance to get out of Florida just to get a load. This was coming out of Orlando, so I don't have that much of a deadhead. All right, and remember, I have to find loads that is not going to eat a lot of my clock, especially when I have to go pick it up. So from Orlando, Florida, go to Frito-Lay. You know, I go to Cartersville, Georgia, paying $6.17. All right. So from Cartersville, Georgia, I go over to Fayetteville, Tennessee. This one's also a light load. This one's only 14,000 pounds. All right, 14,000 pounds, and this was going to Charlotte, North Carolina, for next day drop, paying $10.30. Okay, $10.30. So from Charlotte, North Carolina, on Friday, I jet over to Chester, South Carolina. This one's only 7,000 pounds, going to Selma, Texas. If you guys don't know what Selma, Texas is, basically it's right outside San Antonio. All right, dropping off on Monday. This one's paying $17.43. All right, for 7,000 pounds. Not only that, guys, I'm probably going to be able to spend a whole day with my brother. I'm probably going to be able to spend the whole day with my son. All right. If I leave a good amount of time on Friday, I probably will be able to get into San Antonio area late Saturday night, okay, if not early Sunday morning, and then spend the rest of my day with my son, going go hang out with them, go watch the game, probably go to my cousin's house, just hang out, whatever you want to call it. Because I have a lot of family members that live in San Antonio. Okay, Selma, Texas, guys, is right outside San Antonio. So not only that I'm gonna be able to see my daughter, I'm gonna also be able to see my son. Okay. So all these loads, guys, all right, it's hovering around $4,600, okay, gross. I will still have one more day, which is going to be that Monday, to get another load in. Let's just say I just get a load that drops off the next day, all right, paying $1,000, all right. I will hit my goal again of 55, okay, because remember, my goal is between 5 to 5,500, okay. So yeah, guys, the other night, like I was wrecking my brains out, trying to figure out where to go, what kind of scenarios, because when you book your own loads, guys, trust me, it's a task. You have to know where you're going. You don't want to just go for the high paying dollars, because then you can get stuck somewhere. All right. So you kind of have to know where you're going. All right. You have to know the lanes. It has to coincide with the hours that you have. The tablet works to where if you don't have the hours, it won't let you book it. Okay. You can sit there and bitch and moan till you're blue in the face. If the tablet doesn't read it to where you can make it, it won't allow you to book your loads. All right. So yeah, man, all these loads were coming in, man. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and submit it. Boom. 5 seconds later, I get it. So then I look for another load. Okay. All these loads I already had saved in my tablet. It was just basically me kind of crossing my fingers, so when I hit submit, they were all gonna fall into place, and they did, man. They did. All the stars lined up for me that one night, man, which was Friday night. So yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked about that. I get to go see my daughter, and then I get to finish up the weekend to see my son. Now, last week, guys, not this week that just finished, all right, but last week, all right, I spent a good amount of time at home. All right, I had to do some things around the house. My sister-in-law is getting married here early part of December, so I had to kind of like do some things to the house, because we're gonna have a lot of family coming in, staying with us. So I got home on a Tuesday. I didn't leave till that Monday, which is the one that I just dropped off in where did I go again? In North Carolina. All right. Which was the day right before Halloween. So I did a lot of things around the house. Me and my wife, we went out Saturday night. That's the night that me and my wife go out and enjoy ourselves. We go out, we go out dancing, we go out hanging out with our friends. And not only that, guys, it was one of our good friends' birthday, and then she had her birthday celebration at a club. And of course, it was Halloween weekend. Man, it was just a blast. But not only that, guys, when I was at home during the week, after I was doing a lot of things, sorry about that, guys, my tablet kicked off real quick, but anyways, guys, forgot what I was talking about. But oh yeah, we went out, hung out with our friends, but not only that, guys, when I was at home, right, after doing all my honey-do list things, I turned on the apps and I did a couple of Uber and Lyft rides. Okay, I did some on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Man, it was another good time being on the apps. It was money that definitely we can use and stuff like that. So yeah, when the time precedes itself, guys, when the time allows itself, I definitely go out and I do it overnight. Okay, I start the night like around 10 o'clock at night, and I work. Man, look at this Coronado coming by. Man, I don't know why you don't see that many Coronados, man. I don't know what it is. I think they're nice looking. But anyways, guys, yeah, I only do Uber and Lyft when I have a moment, when I have a chance. I do it overnight. I don't like doing the day runs, because there's a lot of things that can come into play. You have people doing errands, it's just certain things that, to me, I prefer the night run. I start at 10 o'clock at night, and I run to about 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. yes, it's a different type of crowd that you get. You know, you get people coming out of bars, you get people coming out of restaurants, you get people, you know, some that are intoxicated. You know, some people just want to come home, you know, go home after work, you know. But then you also get some people early in the morning that get rides that go to the airport, you know. So, and not only that, the rides that happen overnight are a little bit more because there's more of a need of a driver, you know, on the early mornings, you know, rather than during the day. So yeah, man, that was one thing that I also did. You know, it was very profitable that night, or those 3 nights that I did. You know, obviously the most profitable night that I normally encounter are going to be Friday nights because people are going out. You know, not to sit there and say they don't go out on any other night, but the times that I've gone out on Friday nights, because I don't do it on Saturdays, like I said, because that's the time for me and my wife to go out and hang out and enjoy ourselves. You know, but the times that I've gone out on Friday night, man, you're talking about some good money that I make. All right. But anyways, guys, you know, I hope this video has been helpful. Man, you know, looking forward to this week coming up. Here I'm just chilling, you know, watching the game. Texans won today. Watching the Cowboys. I'm not a big Cowboys fan, but it is what it is, guys. So with that being said, guys, you know, you guys be careful out there. It's time to stock up on your de-icer as well as your anti-gel for your tanks. Please be careful out there, guys. There's times to where the weather is going to be getting bad in some areas, you know, some pockets out there. You know, if you feel like you just can't go on any further, please pull over, shut it down for the night, pick up where you left off in the morning, call it in, because like I said in the past, guys, no load is important. It is what it is, guys, you know. So once again, guys, doesn't matter if you're dragging hoses, throwing straps, hoisting down chains, bumping docks, pulling tarps, the whole nine. You guys be careful out there. God bless and be careful.